What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and for today's video I wanted to bring you guys another solo using Mysterio, because I know a lot of you guys really like him because of how cool and flashy his skills look. Personally, I am a fan of it as well, so let's get into it, boys. Now for today we're going to be soloing the Hulk Rumble, and this is on floor 5. And in most cases I will tell you, hold on to your supervillains until you get later into Shadowland, because they become invaluable. Trust me guys, they do. However, for Mysterio, because his damage is not the greatest, it's actually pretty low, you want to make sure you get him out the way, ideally before you get past, I would say, floor 12, floor 15 at the latest. In terms of a solo, if you're trying to solo with him, don't hold on to him until you get past like floor 15, because unless you have like a really amazingly decked out Mysterio, you're gonna find that you struggle in terms of damage, because up that far in Shadowland the bosses have a lot of freaking HP. So ideally try to use him early on. He's one of the few members of the Sinister Six that I'll actually tell you to use early on. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you guys my build for him really quickly. So as you guys can see right here, I have max skill cooldown and max ignore defense. You want both of those things, those two things. If anything else, if there's anything you're going to take from this video, those two things need to be maxed out with this guy. The ignore defense is going to prove to be invaluable, as well as the skill cooldown, because that's going to allow you to chain his skills together very effectively. As you guys can see, I have 147% crit damage, 32% crit rate, attack speed 108, that's a little bit low, you want 115 or higher. But the main two things I'm going to tell you guys, make sure you max out your ignore defense and your skill cooldown. Okay guys, now right here his gears are only at 18s and 17s, so he's not fully completed yet, but he is still a very capable character early on. Right here the skills are all at 6. However, if you're short on gold and you're not like balling, go ahead and just max out the 4 and the 5, and that will be enough to carry you for the first few floors of Shadowland. I would say all the way up until like maybe floor 10. These are the only two skills you're going to need, especially if you have ignore defense maxed out and skill cooldown maxed out, because these two skills can be chained back to back almost indefinitely, and they will keep you in a state where you can't really take damage because there are iframe skills. Okay, the only problem here is that the 5 skill can actually be cancelled if the enemy is far enough away from you, because what happens in Shadowland, if you guys are new to Shadowland, you will notice that whenever you jump into an iframe skill, the AI will immediately try to run away from you, and when that happens your skill will be cancelled out because they're too far away from you for Mysterio to do his thing. So try to be close to the enemy when you use this skill. The 4 skill doesn't really matter how far you are. Generally I find that the enemies cannot cancel this skill out. Okay, you can also cancel the skill if you want to. If you press the D-pad to move him, he will get out of the chair and he will literally just do whatever else you need to do, and the skill will actually still attack. However, you are giving up an iframe to do that, so keep that in mind. Okay guys, those are the two skills that I generally use when I use this guy. However, if you want to pump out some more damage with him because you find that you're not having a problem surviving, you're having a problem in terms of killing what you need to kill. So what you can try to do is you can use the 1 skill at the start of the fight to get close to the enemy. It is an instant iframe that teleports Mysterio behind the enemy, and that's going to disorient them a little bit, and from there you just hit the 3 skill really quickly and he will summon these minions or clones. They don't do a lot of damage and they don't have a lot of HP, but if you're lacking damage, it is a good idea to keep these guys up as often as you can. So yeah, from there you want to go into your rotation of those 5-4, 5-4, and you should be fine. However, like I said, if damage is what you need, keep these clones up all the time. Alright, as for an ISO set, you want to go for something offensively like I have here. Power of Angry Hulk is what I recommend, because I find that the attack speed helps me a little bit. But for you guys, Overdrive may be good, or even Hawk's Eye if your cards are not really good on skill cooldown, because like I said earlier, skill cooldown is essential. Okay, right here, mind damage, because all of his skills deal mind damage. Ignore defense, because we want that at 50%, and I have invincibility. You can also go for a damage proc if you find that your damage is too low, but you're not really going to get too much out of the damage proc. So I would say stick with invincibility. It's gonna make him a solid character in PvP stuff like Conquest, and I find that even with the invincibility, I don't really lose out too much in damage because he can still clear world bosses. It does take some time, but he can actually still do it, and I don't find that he struggles too much in the early floors of Shadowland, which I find him very capable of doing. So let me go ahead and show you guys this solo right here. Alright, so floor 5, Hulk Rumble, and let's do it, Mysterio. Let's do it, bro. Alright. Now once you have them grouped up, you can go ahead and do 1, 3, then 4, and then just go right back into 5. And that's what I mean when I said you can squeeze in the 1 and the 3 when you see the opportunity to do so, and you can still remain relatively safe. Sometimes, just because of the amount of enemy and the stuff that's going on the map, you might position yourself in a bad place and end up getting hit. But if that happens, just jump right back into the 4-5 rotation, and you should still be able to clear it, especially if it is an early floor just like this one. There's a lot of chaos on screen, so you want to make sure you keep an eye on where Mysterio is as often as you can, because outside of his iframes he's very squishy. Oh, look at that, we have a Hulkling here, aka a weakling. Okay, we got Hulkling dead. Nice try, Hulk. Joe's dead. Nice try, She-Hulk. Not sure how I got hit there, but whatever. I literally did not see that I was out of my iframe, but it is what it is. Okay, so because he was far away, my 5 skill got cancelled there, but it's okay. We should still be able to clear this. Where are you going, Hulk? Hold that. So there you have it, guys. Pretty easy solo. It does take the majority of the time, but if you play him with a little bit of care and position yourself in the right places, you will find that you're able to get a good bit of stuff done with him as long as you use him pretty early on in Shadowland.